And welcome to my live section. Okay, so welcome to my live section, and apologies for the delay. My network has been throwing me off and on, and I've tried to get it working and so that we can have this conversation, right? So, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another weekly live section. And my name is Coach Christy, and I'm that favorite coach that you want to bring your young ladies to mentor them and prepare them to get married right on time from experience, trainings, and learning, right? So, we're going to be talking about something very important today, and it is a conversation that I love so much. Forgive me if my network comes off and on, and I am not stable enough, but trust me, this conversation is one that you want to be a part of and learn with me, right? So today we're talking about how your circle can be sabotaging your opportunity to marry early and to marry right. Do you know that your circle is a core part of your life, especially as a young lady? You cannot do without circles. You can't do without community. You can't survive or do life alone, right? So it's important that you understand that the circle that you are in is a destiny connection, and you have to choose your circles rightly. So before we start this conversation, let me start by saying that you don't drift into a good marriage. You are shaped for it. You are shaped into it. So it's not like you slipped. You are walking on a slopy place and you slipped and fall, and then you just find yourself inside a good marriage. It doesn't work like that. What works is that you'll be shaped into it, you'll be molded into it, you will be prepared and trained and done all the things that are needed to be done for you to be able to have a blissful marriage, to be able to have a good marriage. So a good marriage is not what you fall into, it's not what you drift into. It is something you intentionally are shaped into. Now, let's look at how some of your circle might be sabotaging you. Remember that as a woman, you are constantly being shaped, but whether intentionally or unintentionally, by the circles you keep. The kind of circles you keep are going to shape your life intentionally or unintentionally. So the best thing you can do for yourself is to be intentional about your circles, because if you're not intentional, anywhere you find yourself is going to rub off on your life wrongly, and it's going to affect so many things about you. So it's important that you watch out for all the circles that you keep around you. Don't just keep anybody in your circle. Don't just let anybody to come into your space. Don't just let yourself be found everywhere and anywhere. And of course, if you're heading nowhere, then anywhere looks like it. Last week I mentioned that during our live section, our webinar, my webinar with my ladies that I coach and mentor, that I spoke about how you need to have a sense of direction, how your vision will drive you to have a sense of direction, so that you are not found everywhere. And if you have a vision and you know where you're going, your vision tells you who can be in your space part time and who cannot be. So you don't just allow anybody to just walk into your life anyhow, anytime. You need to watch out for it. All right. So the first thing I'm going to say is your circle is a silent curriculum. Life generally is a curriculum. You live and you run your life by curriculum. So if you don't find out the right circle, you will be running on the wrong curriculum. You'll be running your life on wrong curriculum. So the circle you keep is a curriculum. Remember that the Bible says that uh, uh, um, evil communication corrupts good manners, yeah, and uh, bad communication corrupts good manners, and he that walks with the wise shall be wise, but the company of fools shall be destroyed. Now look at that scripture again. It says he that walks with the wise shall be what? Wise. But it didn't say he that walks with fools shall be foolish. It would have been fair, it would have been on level ground, right? At least I'm not wise, I'm foolish, that's okay. But it says that he that walks with fools shall be destroyed. So there is no chance for you. There is no survivor for you. There is no second chance. The best thing you can do for yourself is to find yourself in the right circle at every given time. If you discover today that the circle you are keeping is not the right circle for you, please take a walk. You're not a tree. Walk away from that circle and begin to be in the right circle. Right? Be in the right circle. Don't just let yourself to be everywhere. Don't just let yourself to be in any kind of friendship. You need to search out the right circle and embrace them and begin to run your life with the right circle. Don't be in the wrong circle. You are running on a curriculum. You are running on a curriculum. So it is important that you don't just get yourself involved in just anybody, but you find yourself in the right circle. In the right circle. It is very, very important. It is very, very important. So, your circle teaches you what you normalize. The circle you keep, they are the ones that will teach you what you normalize. Because they are with the interactions you have with them on a daily basis, the conversations you have, the things you do, they are the ones, it is shaping you on a daily basis. They are shaping you on a daily basis. So you will start doing some certain things that you don't even know where they originated from. You start doing things that you don't know how you started learning about this thing and how you started behaving a certain way. It is because of the circle that you keep. So if you keep the wrong circle, if you keep the wrong friendship, you are going to find yourself doing the wrong things, because your circle is going to define your life. Your circle is going to define your behavior. Your circle is going to define a whole lot of things for you. Now, your expectation of marriage is being influenced by the circle you keep. Some people expect that in their marriage, their spouse will be cheating on them, even when they are still single. And you're wondering, how do you come about this whole thing? It is because of the circle they keep. The conversations they have with their circle is what tells them this kind of thing, is what affects their mind, is what corrupts their judgment. And so they feel that every man cheats, every man is polygamous, everyone, how they even say it, every man is this and that, every man is a he-goat, he cannot stay with one woman. You don't expect a man to just be with one woman all his life. And I'm asking, how? Why can't a man stay with one woman all his life? Why? Is that what you want to be your reality? Or are you really working hard to see that you improve the kind of mindset you have, or that you attract the right person who is going to stay with you for the rest of their life without cheating on you? So your circle is going to influence your expectation in marriage. If you expect that your husband will be beating you, check your circle. Your circle could have been the one influencing that thought in you, nurturing that thought in your head, and telling you that a man has to beat you to show that he loves you. Where do we learn all those kind of trash from? That is a lie from the pit of hell. No man who loves you genuinely wants to beat himself. If you say you want to beat your wife, can you beat yourself? If you cannot beat yourself as a man, why do you want to beat a woman? Why do you want to beat another person? Even the Bible says, love your wife as you love yourself. If you cannot beat yourself, if you cannot punish yourself, if you cannot burn yourself, then you must not do the same to someone else. And not even to the person that you say you are going to get married to, or that you are married to for the rest of your life. So you need to watch it when you start believing some of these kind of things. The next thing that your circle will influence is your attitude towards men. Men are scum, men are that, men are this, men are that one. So when you see men, you change. The way you behave towards men is generally corrupted. The way you behave around men is so wrong. You see a man and you insult the hell out of the man, simply because your friends has already told you that any man that you see that you don't shine eyes for, the man will take you for a ride. Really? Really? Or are you supposed to consider the fact that certain men do certain things? Doesn't mean that every man does that kind of thing. So watch out. When you are behaving a certain way towards somebody, ask yourself, is this coming from a place of knowledge or an influence that I got through the circle I have. Because it could be your circle that is affecting you, that is telling you what you're doing. So you need to watch it. You need to be careful how you treat men. If you are prone towards just married people, you just want to date married men, there is a problem. Check your circle. If you are in the circle of ladies that date married men, trust me, you're going to do the same thing. And even if you don't, whatever cause that they attract is going to affect you, because you'll be enjoying what the married people are giving them, Abby. They will go and take them out and they will bring takeaway for you. You will eat. They will buy clothes, they will add your own joint and bring back for you. And yet they say, I'm not among them. Oh, no, I don't used to follow married men. I don't used to do all those kind of things. But you are an accomplice. You are a company of those who does that same thing. So you can't exonerate yourself. You are not that powerful to overcome the pressure that comes with the kind of people you surround yourself with. So make sure that you're surrounding yourself with the right circle. Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with the right people. Make sure that you're in a curated community that teaches the right values and principles. Now, the next thing that your circle is going to influence is your tolerance for unhealthy behavior. You see all those women that say that my boyfriend beats me, but he's still my king. Hey, what shall I say to you people? Your boyfriend is beating you, but he's still your king. And there is nothing wrong with it. It's just me, oh. It's just me that used to push him to beat me. I know that he's not like that. He's always, and he's hot-tempered. So he's just like that. I cannot even help it. Blah, 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 blah. And then you realize that you are always attracting men that will be beating you or abusing you. How do you think that happens? It is because you have surrounded yourself with people that believe that so much that it starts affecting your behavior. It starts affecting how you act. It starts affecting how you move. It starts affecting how you relate with men. So watch out. Watch out for how you treat men. And watch out for how you condone bad behavior. Some people were raised to not, to not believe in men that smokes, to not believe in men that drinks, men that are into fraudster business, men that are into all manner of drug dealings. But because of their circle, they have normalized it. It's not really bad now. It's not a bad thing. Even if the man is doing that kind of thing, well, he's still a good man. No, well, he's so nice. He's such a loving guy. He buys me things. Was that how you were raised? Now you are shifting your mouth. You are shifting your mouth. You're beginning to talk like, well, it's not that bad. It's not that deep. No, it is deep, bro. It is very, very deep. Because by the time you get into the marriage, you suddenly realize how deep it actually was. So please, be careful. Be careful of your circle. Watch out. Don't be in a circle that are celebrating bad behavior, that are celebrating evil doing, and you normalize it simply because you have been in a space where what is put in your head are things that are corrupting. Your mind has been corrupted. You are no longer thinking straight. You are now thinking like the pagans think. So watch it. All right? Now, many women are not single because of timing. Many women are actually single because of conditioning. The way they have been conditioned, the way they have been programmed is what is keeping them from getting married. Now, I have some persons around, and I meet people, ladies who say, I don't need a man. I can take care of myself. I don't even consider this marriage thing is not really a thing for me. That statement looks harmless, but inside it is a big problem. Is something tied with is trauma speaking somewhere. Is a wound that was not healed. Is a programming that was not even intentionally put there. So don't just conclude that the reason why I'm not married is because God's time has not come. It could be that your conditioning is keeping you single. It could be that the way you have been raised, the things you heard, the circle you keep has programmed your mind to think that men, they treat men like trash. They see men as just what to benefit from, men as just what to go and, dupe them, take their money, eat them and dump them. And so you think that with that kind of programming that you're going to get into marriage at the right time with the right person, it is going to be very difficult. So the best thing you can do for yourself is to find yourself in the right circle. Let's continue. Number 2, common circles that quietly sabotage marriage readiness. There are circles that sabotage marriage readiness. They shrink you. They make you become less of yourself. They make you start, brushing marriage thoughts out of your mind. But you knew that you were supposed to get married at a certain age. You were supposed to get married early. That you always loved the idea of marriage. You always wanted to get married. You always wanted to raise a family. But because of your circle, they have sabotaged that dream. They have sabotaged that vision. They have sabotaged that goal that you had growing up. Now, let's look at the anti-marriage circles. These ones, they mock marriage. They are constantly mocking marriage. They're the ones that will say, all this marriage thing, they are just boo-booing you people. There's really nothing, there's no big deal in marriage. Marriage is not even that sweet. They're always mocking marriage. When they see people that are celebrating happily on social media, they are condemning them, looking for faults, trying to make a mockery of them, trying to speak evil of them, and all sorts of things, just because they feel that they don't want to do marriage. But the people that are doing it, they are condemning them and putting them in a box and making them feel like they are not, they are not anywhere close to them. So avoid any form of mocking marriage. Whatever you mock or condemn, you can never have. If you mock good marriage, you're never going to have good marriage. If you mock thriving marriage, you're never going to have a thriving marriage. So it is your choice. It is in your hands to build yourself for a great marriage life. So if you find yourself in that circle of people who constantly mock marriage, you are going to be in trouble, and it could be a delay for your marriage. The next thing is when they label commitment as oppression. People that want to stay committed to their spouse, they see it as oppression. All these feminist people, feminists, now them come and tell you a man and a woman is equal. There shouldn't be any discrepancy. Nobody is bigger than the other. Nobody is better than. Yeah, I agree with you that there is equity. God created everyone equal, yeah? But there is an order in the kingdom of God. There is a hierarchy. There is the head and there is the neck. So don't misconstruct that and start thinking that, there is nothing really different in what a man can do, a woman can. Never you make that statement. If you want to get married and stay married, never you make that statement. What a man should do, a man should do. What a woman should do, a woman should do. Don't start competing unnecessarily. Focus on your focus. Have you finished doing what a woman can do? Dear sister, have you finished doing what a woman can do to now start looking for what a man can do to do? Don't put yourself under unnecessary pressure. Don't try to prove silly points. Stay on your lane. So if you are in a place where people are complaining that, where other ladies are thinking that commitment is oppression, you should not be committed to one man, he'll just tie you down, you go outside and be doing his own, and you'll be here thinking that is a wrong circle. They are going to corrupt, and they will be quietly and silently programming your mind. They will be silently sabotaging your marriage readiness. They will draw you back by 5 years. So that if you were thinking of marriage, to happen for you next day, by the time you finish such conversation, you say, you know what, I think I should just wait for another 2 or 3 years, because of the kind of circle that you listen to, that you belong to. The next is that the next circle you should avoid is the trauma bonded circle. Now, this circle is a circle that are bonded by heartbreak, not healing. So because all of them must have gone through heartbreak, they must have gone through difficult times with relationship, they must have had a lot of baggages, and so they feel that they now belong together. So they have something in common, which is heartbreak. Please don't be in that circle. If you're the only one who doesn't have a heartbreak in your circle, you are the next person to have a heartbreak, because they will make sure they position you to have that heartbreak. So desist yourself from following such people. Desist yourself from being in such circle. Follow only the right circle. Follow the circle that will encourage you. Even if you experience a heartbreak, it is not the end of the world. It is not the end for you. You can still have a beautiful marriage even if you've suffered a heartbreak. So don't let that now don't let that be the mindset that you have, or your orientation, or you start thinking that is all there is. You can get more. Now, they are also encouraged, this trauma bonded circle encourages emotional walls instead of wisdom. So they build emotional walls. So even when the right person is coming your way, you just build up that wall, emotional wall. You don't even want to hear anything that concerns me, anything will concern man. I don't come on my hand. If that is you, come down from that high horse now. Come down from that place and begin to ask yourself, what really is the problem? Is it because of what I've suffered, or because this person that is coming my way is not the right person? You need to differentiate that. So do not build emotional walls. Build wisdom. Build knowledge. Get help so that you can stop repeating the circle. You can stop repeating the circle that you have gone through. Because if you keep going back and forth on the same trail, it means you have not really learned the lessons there for you. So you need to begin to learn the lessons and begin to change your mindset and begin to change your ideologies and pull down those emotional walls so that you can begin to see life afresh and begin to open yourself up to another relationship. Now, this circle also teaches survival, not partnership. I saw a post, was it yesterday, on women that was asked why they don't post their children, why married women only post their children and not their husbands anymore. Now, the comment section of that post looked harmless with what people were saying, but it is a very pathetic and sad reality. Some women were saying, I don't want to post waiting on another woman in the chop. I don't want another woman to. Why do I post what is not my own alone? Based on, okay, it's my husband, but my husband is being shared with me with other women. Some said, who posts the manufacturer? They only post product. All sorts of things. You could see trauma speaking from this woman's point of view. And if you find yourself in that kind of space, what do you think will be your own ideology? What will you be thinking? You're in a circle where women are told, don't let your husband know that you're any money. Keep your money to yourself. Your money is your money. Don't even bring anything into the family. Let the man take care of you and the children. If a man tells you one, tell him five. If you are always in that circle, in a circle where they say a man must cheat, then that will become your reality eventually. Now, healing requires growth, not group bitterness. Healing from all this trauma that you have experienced is going to require you to grow up, not for you to start, being in a circle or in a group of bitter people, because they will not produce anything sweet apart from bitterness. Have you seen a bitter river producing a sweet water? It will always produce a bitter water. A salt water will produce a salt water. Whatever you try to do. All right. Now, we have the third circle, which is the comfort circle. This circle looks harmless, but do you know what they do? They avoid accountability. Just leave me as I am. Don't stress me. They go about living their life the way they like, doing what they like. Oh, this one and that one, but they don't want to be accountable to anybody. If the circle you keep are a group of persons who are not accountable to others, you are in a death trap. Because accountability is what saves your life. If you are not accountable, you are setting up yourself for destruction, mass destruction. So, check your circle today. The next thing about this comfort circle is that they celebrate stagnation. Let's just say, for 5 years, this relationship has not worked, and you're not even ready to make any effort to get other relationship or to move that relationship forward. You're just, let's just say, as long as you're giving me what I want, I'm giving you what you want, we are fine. That's celebrating stagnation. That's promoting stagnation. So don't be in a circle that celebrates stagnation. The next is that they feel safe, but they produce no growth. Oh, I'm just fine. He's just sitting on my knees, giving me what I want, and taking care of me. However, we're not really doing anything serious. There's no form of growth in the circle that you belong to. There is no form of growth in the circle that you belong to. That is the wrong circle to belong to. And you must start working your way out of that circle. Now, the Bible said in Proverbs 21 verse 17 that iron sharpens iron. So does a man sharpen the countenance of his friend. So if you are in the wrong circle, if you are an iron in the midst of wood, there is no sharpening for you. If you are an iron in the midst of rubber, there is no sharpening for you. If you are iron in the midst of plastics, there is no sharpening for you. The only way you will be sharpened is if you allow yourself to be in a place where other irons are, so that you can begin to sharpen each other. You can begin to sharpen each other. You can begin to rub off on each other and begin to help each other become better. Don't stay in a cold environment when you are hot. In no time you become cold. It doesn't matter how hot a food is. If you put it in the freezer, after a while, that same hot food that you couldn't even put in your mouth will become so cold that you can't even still, chew it because of the coldness. So don't feel that you're too strong. Your environment is a critical element in your growth and in your journey. So if you want to grow, find yourself in a circle that loves and celebrates and promotes growth. Now, healthy circles don't just encourage you, they correct and guide you. If you keep healthy circles, they're not just going to encourage you, they're not just going to, motivate you, they will also correct you, they will also guide you to do the right things, to do what you need to do per time. Right? So as an early marriage coach, one of the things that I've realized is that many women don't need another relationship. You have done enough. You have done what? Enough. You have run from, in just this year alone, you have done 3 relationships, and you think that that's not a problem. You think that it's normal. You think that it's okay to have done 3 relationships. You have done 3 relationships. So, do you think that you need another relationship? Or do you think that you need alignment? So you don't need more relationship. What you need is alignment. What you need is alignment. You need to align yourself. You need to realign yourself. You need to find yourself in the right circle. Enough of all the jumping from one relationship to another, from another relationship to another. You need to begin to find yourself, to realign yourself. Realign yourself. That is the only way you can begin to grow. That is the only way you can begin to make the right decisions. Because why do you think something is going to change if you are still training the same circle? If you're on a treadmill, nothing is going to change about you. If you are on a treadmill, nothing is going to change about you. The only time something will change is if you find yourself in the right circle. If you begin to do things differently, if you begin to realign yourself, change your perspective, see things from a different point of view and not think that, oh, life is just about how you feel at every time. That is what you need. You don't need more relationship. You have done enough. Pause for a while. Pause for some time and ask yourself, is it really relationship that is my problem, or is it me? Is it really relationship that I need, or is it me? So that's why we created our mentorship program, where we encourage young women who want to be intentional brides, who want to be intentional about their life, about their growth, about their career, about their marriages, to come and learn, to come and be groomed, to come and be reprogrammed, to come and be realigned, to begin to think the right thoughts, to begin to move in the right direction, to begin to act the right way. And when you join our program, you're going to be learning how to build godly standards without pride. You will learn godly standards without pride. You will learn how to heal emotionally without hardening your heart. You will learn to choose wisely and not emotionally. You will learn to develop character that sustains marriage, because there's a character that kills off marriage and there's a character that sustains marriage. Which one do you want? So ask yourself this question, and you will also learn how to grow without pressure or fear. You grow without pressure or fear. So these are some of the things that you're going to get amongst many, many other things. You will get access to materials. You will get access to me to ask your questions, to share your concerns, to get mentored by me directly. And you will also meet like-minded women who are learning the same thing you're learning, so that you can have the right circle. We're talking about right circle here. It doesn't happen by magic. It is intentionally created. If you don't create your circle, you're going to be in a big mess. So create your circle. So get in now, because your circle shapes your future. Therefore, you have to choose wisely. Your circle creates your future. Therefore, choose wisely. This is where we'll come to the end of this section. I hope it's been worth your time, and I hope you've learned something from this section, and that you're going to start working on yourself to begin to create the right circle for yourself, and not to self-sabotage yourself with the kind of circle you keep. Thank you for joining me today. We'll see you again next week, Tuesday, on our live section. Until I come your way again, I remain your favorite coach, Coach Christy Ikedeze. I'll see you again in our